Hi, welcome to the second video in Module 5 of Student Success Strategies, Tools for Top Achievers in College and Beyond. In the last video, we discussed the idea of Kaizen and continuous improvement. In this video, we will discuss how to deliver on improving your sprints, planning periods, and continuously going forward. Retrospectives are a regular and repeating part of our sprint and planning period activities. Retrospectives, or retros for short, usually occur after the review. Reviews are the time that we take to summarize and assess what we did or delivered on in our sprints or planning periods. This could include the summary of our business value and our roadmap, or reviewing our sprint goals versus our twos. In the case of your assignments, what were the grades or marks you received for the work you delivered? In either case, we are summarizing and reporting the status and output value of the work we completed or didn't complete in our sprint or semester. The retro is the assessment of what went well, what challenges were encountered, where you might have struggled, and where you failed. There are a number of techniques to conduct retros. Some are good with teams, others more enterprise focused at the strategic level. But we are going to focus on lightweight, easy to use tools that are going to call it the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good. This should be the easiest. What worked well? What did you succeed at? What opportunities did you take advantage of? Be sure to quantify where, when, and how you racked up these wins. For example, I was able to read 500 pages of research in less than 2 days. I was able to do that by buying the audiobook and playing it at 2 times speed while following along in the text. Or I submitted my lab on time, met all the requirements for the assignment, and received a perfect score. The bad. This is a little more difficult. What didn't work well? What did you struggle with? What opportunities did you miss, or did negative risks impact your work? For example, I spent twice as long finding references and researching my paper. It took twice as long because I wasn't familiar with the library's system for storing and categorizing books. I had to learn the system first and then find the books and then read them. Or I'm having trouble understanding a core theme in the lecture. I've scheduled time with the professor to review it, but he wasn't available until next week, after the end of my sprint. The more detail you can flesh out here, the better you can understand the why the bad thing happened. The ugly. This is where you should feel a little uncomfortable with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself and identify where things fell down hard in trying to execute your sprint or your semester. These are ugly because they are the ugly truths you may not want to face. Where did I fail? Why did I fail? How can I improve that for next time? Many students suffer from a habit of procrastination. It is by far the #1 reason for poor marks, failure to submit an assignment, handing it in late, or not doing it at all. Fear of failure, social pressure, piss poor planning, poor time management. There are many, many different reasons for why students procrastinate. This may be an ugly truth for you that you need to face, that you procrastinated. Maybe you think you were lazy, or you weren't feeling it, or in the zone to do the work, or any number of reasons why the work didn't get done. Regardless of the reason, identifying this as a problem and being brutally honest with yourself is the point of the ugly. The next step is facing that ugly problem. It could be anything, not just procrastination, but in facing this problem or addressing this issue, I want you to write a new item on your to-do list or backlog to address the problem specifically. This may be an aspirational statement or new OKR you need to create to address this issue for the semester. Go back to our OKR lesson and go through an exercise to create a new OKR to address this ugly issue. Remember to include key results to monitor and focus your progress. Here is a hint. Keeping yourself accountable is the first step. Maybe you need help with that. Our community with this course, myself or someone close to you, can help keep you accountable, reminding you of the commitment you made to yourself by writing that new OKR, task, or piece of work. You don't have to do it by yourself. Coaches, trainers, friends, and colleagues are all resources you can call upon to help remind you about the ugly that you need to deal with. Don't let the ugly derail you. Overcome those constraints and obstacles through drive, tenacity, and hard work. The good, while perhaps easy to identify, also offers an opportunity to double down on what worked well. If you need to develop or grow capacity in whatever the good was in your retro, take time to write an OKR, task, or piece of work to address doubling down on the good. Maybe you found going for a run in the morning kept you more productive on the days that you did it. Maybe you start running regularly. Is there a certain study environment or team you work well with? Maybe you look for more opportunities to work with that team or study in that environment. The bad, more like speed bumps, just need to have some adjustment made to overcome and improve your performance so that they don't slow you down. If you need to, add some tasks to your to-do list to improve or adjust your approach to turn bad items into good items on your retro. The ugly is usually where you will need some encouragement, help, or support in overcoming and getting past whatever it is. This course is designed to help build and reinforce new positive habits that will reduce your stress, relieve anxiety, and improve your happiness when it comes to managing your work. Of course, you have habits from before starting this course. If some of those are in your ugly column, then I strongly recommend an accountability coach to help you lose those bad habits in exchange for the good ones. Remember that by going through this process, writing these items down, I always love sticky notes for this, and applying the philosophy of Kaizen, you will get a little bit better every time. You won't be perfect, none of us are, but the compounding effect of little improvements over time will result in big changes. Big changes in your results and grades. Big changes in the stress and anxiety you may feel at school. Big changes for your happiness and success that you'll experience in school and in life. In the next video, we'll discuss celebrating your wins and why it could be the most important part of this whole course.